The other day, my wife asked me to make her a key lime pie, and what kind of husband would I be if I said no, right? In my search for recipes for key lime pie, I found this recipe, and so I decided, yes, I am going to make her a key lime pie, but I'm also going to try to make this lime pie delicacy, which actually comes out of a newspaper clipping. We're going to start by making the crust, and it's not just a regular crust. We're going to be adding oats to this, which is going to make it a little bit different. But we're going to combine 3/4 of a cup of flour, as well as a half teaspoon of salt, and we're going to sip those two things together. To our sifted flour, we are going to add our shortening, and if you're wondering about amounts on anything, I'll make sure at the end of the video to have the recipe posted so you can see that. I'm just going to cut that in with my pastry cutter because that would be faithful to the recipe. I'm sure that I could, in today's age, use a food processor, and that would give me a nice, even adhesion between the flour and the shortening. However, like I said, I just want to stay true to the recipe. Once we've got our flour mixture cut into what resembles coarse crumbs, we're going to add our oats into the mixture, which is kind of an interesting addition. And it's interesting to me, as I was looking at the historical recipes for key lime pies, a lot of what we see today for key lime pies has a graham cracker crust, but none of the old recipes that I see have that. It was either just a regular pastry crust, or in this case, we have the interesting addition of the oats. And to that mixture, we're going to add some cold water, just a tablespoon at a time, until this becomes moldable enough to become a ball of dough. Okay, the dough's been resting for about 5 minutes now, and it's time that we roll it out. And we're supposed to roll this out into a 12-inch circle to put in our pie pan. Now, anybody who has watched this channel for any time at all knows that me and pie crust do not get along. So I am going to do my very best here to make this work out, and we'll see how it goes. Let's roll it and find out. There wasn't really enough crust to do a crimped top, even though the directions call for that, but this is going to be fine, right? We're now going to prick the bottom and the sides of this multiple times so that this does not puff up while we bake it. This is going to be a blind bake. It's going to be no filling in there while we bake it. So make sure that you get lots of holes all the way to the bottom so that we don't see that mound on the bottom when we pull it out of the oven. While our crust is getting done, we're going to make the filling for this. And we're actually going to start with some hot water. I've got 1 1/4 cups, and I'm just going to put in a bowl, and then a packet of lime gelatin, which we're going to combine into that water there. I feel like a lot of recipes from the 60s, which is when this recipe is from, the very early part, 1960, use Jell-O. And I don't know if that's because of the fad that they had with Jell-O molds or what it was, but it makes its way into other recipes as well, including this one. So we've got a packet of lime Jell-O, and we're dissolving that into our hot water. And we're also going to add, this is freshly squeezed key lime juice. Now, I did see in my research that most of the lime pies recipes in this period of time, if it asked for lime juice in a pie recipe, it did want key lime juice. So this is freshly squeezed, which I did earlier. And I'm going to put that in with our gelatin. A little bit of rind from our limes. Very little bit. It doesn't ask for much at all of that. And I'm just going to stir that. And the last ingredient that I'm going to put in here is rather interesting. This is a pint of vanilla ice cream. So I'm going to put that in there until the whole thing melts and stir it all together. After I mixed this up, I put it in the fridge to chill for a while, as well as letting our pie crust cool down a little bit. And now that both are cool and this is starting to set up just a little bit, I'm going to transfer this over to our pie crust. And then I'm going to take some coconut that I toasted earlier and sprinkle that around the outside edge here. Well, after quite some time in the refrigerator, we finally have a set pie, and I'm pretty excited to try this. I think with the Jell-O, it's going to have a little bit of a commercially taste, but let's find out. Flat out, this is kind of just strange. I don't know how else to put it. It's not bad. It's not great. It's just strange. It does have a very kind of tangy taste to it, which obviously comes from the lime juice, and the coconut adds a little bit of a tropical flavor to it, but the texture is just very odd. It's jiggly, it's not a solid, but it's not a liquid, it's not like a traditional Jell-O because we've got all that ice cream in there and all of that. It's odd, it's different. Now, I'm wondering if the lime juice was too strong, being key limes. I wonder if this was made for regular limes to be juiced. I don't know. I would have to try it again to see. But with the texture, I'm not sure that I would make it again. It's not bad. It is not bad. But it is definitely different and from another time. The crust turned out really good, I think. But the actual lime part, not so much. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.